we as the leaders of the North Carolina Republican Party stand with all those who have survived sexual assault and domestic violence. Many in our party have suffered this human tragedy. But today we also stand for the rule of law, the presumption of innocence, and fundamental human decency and fairness. There is a great divide in our country brought about by the left and their communist Marxist allies whose desire is to divide our country into competing tribes and conquer us from within. Indeed, their plans are not secret. They've written about it for years in books like Rules for Radicals. The communists have also known the only way to defeat a great country like the United States is from within by tearing down our culture and our institutions and make us turn our backs on the things that have made us great. While we are glad that the grotesque human smear campaign failed to block a fundamentally decent man with impeccable legal credentials from advancing to the Supreme Court, there are no winners here. No Justice Kavanaugh, not Dr. Blasey Ford, not the rule of law, and certainly not our country. The country has been greatly harmed by Hail Mary smear campaigns, false allegations of serial child gang rape, and other allegations that crumbled upon inspection. The media loves to criticize President Trump for his hyperbole, but he isn't advocating violence. He isn't telling his supporters to find members of Congress in their places of work, at dinner, or on the street and literally shout them down. President Trump hasn't called on anyone to seek these people's families out and harass them into submission. The Democrat Party has become the party against freedom and liberty, the party of emotion over reason, and the party of violence over civil debate. In short, modern Democrats prefer mob rule over the rule of law, and in the past week, they have shown that they will stop at nothing to get their way. Democrats destroyed a good man's family, a good man's name, all based on allegations that were refuted by the witnesses and disproved by 7 FBI reports. Once the sexual assault allegations against Justice Kavanaugh fell apart, Democrats claimed he drank too much in college and he threw ice at someone. Or as one Democrat on the Judiciary Committee said before any of this began, Kavanaugh was evil and all his supporters were complicit in evil. And more shocking, Democrat congressional leaders said he was unfit for the bench because he forcefully defended himself against allegations of serial child gang rape. As if once you are accused of these horrible, inhumane actions, you can't speak out. You can't fight the politics of personal destruction without being polite to Democrats that lord over you. All 2018 campaigns now have new meaning. We do not look at this as a political opportunity. We look at this as an American responsibility. Our big tent became more unified than ever last week as we together watched you attempt to destroy the career of a good man through flimsy arguments, uncorroborated allegations, and outlandish claims. The only way we stop at this destruction of innocent lives and to the country is to stand up and send a message to the Democrats who tried to destroy the Me Too movement for political gain. And while Democrats in the media never gave us credit for caring about women as victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, we are leading the way for women in this fight as well. Here in North Carolina, the Republican-controlled legislature has strengthened rape laws, improved human trafficking laws, and placed a constitutional amendment on the November ballot to provide better protections and safeguards to victims of crime. The Democrats are trying to replace the rule of law with mob rule. We as voters should never tolerate this. Simply put, if the Democrats all across the country do not pay a severe political price for this, then they will do it again.